Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Strange Times Poetry Broadcast. I'm coming to you live from the Poetry Bookshelf to bring you 3 uplifting poems. If you haven't joined us before, please like and subscribe to our Facebook page, Strange Times Poetry Broadcast. And if you are enjoying this show every night, please share it on your wall, share it with your friends. I want to bring solace with this to as many people as possible. And I'm glad that I've been able to be here for you and that you've joined me for all of these episodes. So tonight I'm going to be reading 3 poems. The thing that connects them together is women. I'm not sure if that's a theme or an identity. I'm not even sure if these poems say something, make a general statement about women, but it is what connects them. So let's give it a whirl. So the first poem that I'm reading is from The World Is Round by Nikky Finney, another classic. And this poem is called Frog Legs, but it's not about a frog. Frog legs. In bed at night, the bottom half of her never sleeps. Her legs, ocean tendril of mad motion, even when the rest of her decides to call it a day. All day long she has moved through the world, a black woman. At night she sleeps like one too, restless on land and sea. Her beautiful bouquet of legs disregards the rest of her higher education, running her in place, spinning her amphibiously around. I love how intimate this poem is, watching someone sleep in the half of their body that's running. I don't think this is not all roses and sunshine. It's describing a type of work that is required moving through the world as a black woman. Even if there are many identities and things that would seem to let you rest, the sleeping body doesn't know them. The sleeping body cannot be at rest. And so that is a harsh reality. But at the same time, I think there's so much love in there. The bouquet of legs, the ocean tendril of mad motion. There's so much love in there at the same time. It's an interesting dichotomy of difficulty and love at the same time. Maybe that's our theme. Love and difficulty. Something like that. I'll have a better theme tomorrow, I swear. All right. My next poem is called Glass Bottom Boat, and it's by Trish Hopkinson. Trish runs a blog website called The Selfish Poet, and the reason it's called that is because she argues that writing is a selfish but necessary act, and she has to hold herself to it. She has to separate and say, I'm going to do this selfish act. It's important. And wonderful things have come of this. So perhaps it's not so selfish in all that she has shared with us. Glass Bottom Boat. My daughter hurls herself into a school of fish, snorkel ready, fins fastened, goggles sealed. I hug my Coors Light on the deck, in awe that I exist at all, floating somewhere in a cove, perfect for swimming with the fishes, the sides of the boat lapping in sickening rhythm alone. I venture below. Silver can clutched, investigate the glass bottom on all fours, a viewing for the fearful, the aged, the weak, the plexiglass, inches thick, distorts the gray-blue expanse and its numerous fingertips to pull into it its endless abyss. Sure, some fiercely colored fish whirl by, but mostly I look for hints of humanity, a bobbing life jacket, feet paddling, girl hair spreading on the surface in sunlight. I love this search for the human and the connection with the daughter, because the speaker is really looking out for them. I think that's, even though it's not saying that, that's the underlying, is that, grasping the glass bottom on your hands and knees, making sure that the daughter is there as she hurls herself into the school of fish. Maybe this is a motherhood poem, or or maybe not. I like that the speaker kind of has their own space. The daughter goes off and does her thing, and the speaker is in awe that they exist at all. I also think in these times, just any poem that can take us on a vacation somewhere to a beautiful part of the world outside of our home, outside of our yard, it's just important to breathe in the world. It's still there for us, and we'll be back to it soon. My last poem is called Backup Generator, another one based on a vacation of running into the women in a bathhouse, a hot spring underground in a power outage, and just the power of the women's bodies as they sort of politely knocked into each other and then said, "Oh, sorry," but the alacritous power in them at the same time in those brief fleeting interactions. Backup generator. In the last ice age, the people we might call our ancestors burned the bones of large animals because there wasn't any wood left for fuel. We are the alacritous bones, clacking against each other like the women in a power outage who find each other's naked bodies by accident before reaching the door to the hot spring grotto and part with, but often without, whispered apology. I just love the idea of the over politeness, the sorry when there's nothing to be sorry for bumping into you, and how those facades hold so much power in them, and how we ourselves as people and in our relationships, we are the fuel when there isn't any fuel left. We are our strength. Thank you for joining me for that very loosely themed episode of Strange Times Poetry Broadcast, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sane, and good night. Bye!